Well, I'm back and thanking the stars above for the invention of baby wipes because it cleaned my area. After much rubbing, I fixed this flower, and I'm using Inktense pencils on my flowers, so I was able to fix that. And then I decided that there must be a way around the problem of giving these tendrils more oomph, so I used a Sharpie marker to pop it forward, and as you can see, it does start to get to where I want to be. Now I'm going to be looking at this flower with my Inktense, my color swatch, and my water brush, and I'd like to work on this part of this one and this one for you, and then demonstrate again the use of our Stabilo All for the dark coloring in the scallops. And I'd like to begin to try to put a little bit of color on this side as a balance. But let's begin with these colors. I'm going to use my lightest in this area, which is the center bulb of this fantasy flower. This is gripping on rather nicely to this because of the gesso underneath. I'm not going to worry too much about that boo-boo, but you'll notice how Inktense pencils put down a nice strong color and permit us to spread it with water from the tank of our water brush. That point is wonderful. We're spreading this color. And spreading the pigment. And just a tap to mottle it a little bit. I think this small petal, I'm going to use some violet down here at the base. Just to give a little darkness down there. And I'll decide now how far I want to run that violet. I can come all the way up and use that bit that I put at the base as the coloration for that section. Now for these two larger petals, I'm thinking 1, 2, 3. I'm thinking I'll use my sea blue there. Do I want that to have just a touch of the darker coloration down here? I think so. let's see where we are here. We'll pull that indigo, which is nice and dark, out. And then we'll pull this shade of blue down into the indigo. Now these flowers are not going to be staying like this. I'm going to, of course, apply some gold because we are talking about a princess here, so I'm thinking she deserves some gold. I'm going to use a little teal green in here. Yes, I am. Just to bring out the coloring we have here and here. That's this one. See, we've just made that small error that we made just go away and blend in with the watercolors or the inks that we have here. Now I'm going to be going back to the deep indigo, the outside here. And a little bit of violet in the center section. And I'm going to pull the violet out here to the tips. And going to put just a touch of lightness here in the area that's left. And you'll notice I'm using the tip of my pencil to find my color. Alrighty. I'm not happy with this darkness, so I'm going to take it down a little bit. And we'll call that one accomplished. Now this one. We have these two from here. We have this, because I like blue flowers. We have this as a combination. I'm wondering if we don't need a little more teal here. see what happens if we do a design. That might do. This is my new favorite Sharpie pen. And let's see. We put a little teal in here. Maybe in every other stripe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, let's pull this color. Ah, yes. Yes. Maybe a little bit of the lighter blue that has gotten away from me. Just a little bit here. Just a little bit here. Maybe a little bit there. And a little bit there. Don't know what's going to happen, but we're going to find out. Alrighty. Now, I'm going to turn off the recorder because you don't need to watch me work in this delightful little bit of coloring book that I've given myself. So when I return, this flower will be completed and we can decide what's going to happen next. Ah, yes. I'll be back. This flower is complete for now, and I thought I'd work on this matching side panel in order to get the darkness inside of our original teal stamp. I used my water brush and I put my line on the inside. And just one line will do it with this Stabilo All black. And then to get the color to move, I just added a bit of water from my well, trying all the while to keep the coloration towards the inside. And one more. But the more water you squeeze out, the more pigment is going to be moved, which can be a good thing if you plan it. Alrighty, and of course it dries lighter. So, I didn't know what I wanted to do to get some of the colors from here into this. So, I took out some of my Inktense pastel pencils in some of the colors that we have been using, and I swatched them here. Some of the colors that we have been using in the piece. And I was just careful in my placement of the colors so that they might not run together too much and make mud. This one I think I'm going to include just a titch of purple. Titch being an art word. And some of our various reds. Then I used my dauber to soften out these colors. And since they are pastels, they do just exactly what you want them to do. And then let's do this red. And maybe I'll do reds and purple up on this one. And that will be it. And then I will continue to work on this side, continuing that mottled look. Now, the one thing, of course, that is missing from our tendrils are some of the leaves that are very fine but true focal for Princess Oblivia. I'm going to put on some leaves, and I'm just going to use my pen to suggest them. I don't want them to be overwhelming. And then I'm going to come back and work on these flowers with some gold and do some finishing up, and then I believe Princess Oblivia can go back to oblivion. However, I keep looking at those eyes, and I'm wondering if just a mite of darkness might help here, because she seems to be looking up at her hat, realizing that there's more to that hat than meets the eye. It's a bit of fine addition of a little bit of black can do to strengthen those eyes. Maybe, see, I'm getting a little bit carried away here now. Just a little bit here. Good. And a little bit there. Yes, I think I'll stop before I get truly carried away. See what happens? I'm playing because it's great fun to do. All right. But first, knowing me, these leaves have to be sketched. First, we need a center of some sort. Here. And this one, I think this leaf will come down that way. And this leaf maybe over here, and another one here. We'll talk to that one again in a moment. Good. Oops, this gesso. Choose the lead right off our pencil. All right, let's see if that does the trick. Although I'm thinking a smaller one there. Here again, we don't want our leaves to be overwhelming, so I'm quite satisfied with that thin line that I wasn't satisfied for the stems or tendrils before. Yes. Now for my magic eraser, which has gotten away from me. I'll be back when I find it. I'm going to erase the pencil lines. I'm going to finish this side, and then we'll come back and do our gold, and we can say goodbye to Princess Oblivia. We're now at the point of embellishing our flowers with gold. If you'll notice, I started to add gold to those and those, and I started on that one, and then we have that one left. Just a touch of bling because she's a princess. I got out my old, trusty, well-trained brush. It looks raggy, but it twists beautifully. And twisting is what this is all about. Spread, twist, and pull. Spread, twist, and pull. spread, twist, pull. Spread, twist, pull. And again, other way. Spread, twist, pull. And spread, twist, pull. Now for this one, we're not going to overwhelm because we have so many bits of coloration here that I'm just going to spread. Whoops, didn't want to happen. You have to have just enough thick paint on here because it is a gold. And spread, twist, and pull. And another one. Another one. And maybe here, because we have to have our odd numbers. And maybe just a little touch here at the tips. Just to accentuate them a little bit. And let's see where we are now. Well, I need flower centers. Here, here, and here. And then I think we might be about there. Tip of my brush again into that gold paint. Take care of part of this flower center. That's why I love this brush, and it's an old one, because it just seems to leave these delicious little drops of acrylic. Now they do take a while to dry, but patience is rewarded. And here. But not in lines, these are not soldiers. Just put a large one right here, or 3. There we go. And over here. And here. Here. And here and here. 5, 6, 7. Now, let me clean that tip. Let me get some black, because most of the center of flowers have some dark pollen spots, and they will make gold ones just sing. You can vary the size by the amount of pressure that I put on each of them. Now this is a lot of time and effort to be putting into the end of our piece, but these are the little bits that can make or break a spread. There we go. I'm going to put most of these on one side and just a few over there. And because I'm having such great fun, and I'm seeing that maybe just a bit of, sorry, brush and mouth, just a touch of a light, our magnolia white, to draw the eye. Very, very cautiously. Yes, not too many. Now, because I have a real inability to leave a piece unframed, I'm going to use my StazOn instead of my, and put just a bit of the StazOn at the edge just the slightest touch. More of a figment of my imagination. And I'm going to stop here. I'm going to sign and date down here. And Princess Oblivia is finished. Here she is. I hope that you have enjoyed this experiment and this fun time with me. If you have, please remember to give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, share with a friend, and please subscribe to my channel. Princess Oblivia, in all her hat glory. Bye now.